Right, so it's the 12th of April 2025, and it's just taking the piss out of me with loud bikes timed to erections, digging about several hundred or more since yesterday evening. So firstly, three-wheel bike at me, knife him, sick, said, knife, dead, said, shoot him dead, he's a bloody paedophile, penis up's a loud bike, gonna get you just, said, smash your door in, breaking your flat. That's shot dead, just, you're being fucking knifed down. Loud bike time to erection. Dog barks, child abuser, Justin, no one left. Justin's supposed to be with people over 40, said. 00:45 AM, penis up, loud bike, and time to itchy middle finger, and loud bike pissing. 30 more to erections in the early hours. It's a loud bike fixed to my penis like a pulley. Whistles. Penis up, so motorbike and revving fuck da, negative attraction just at 1 AM. I should have read that sheet out first. That's the other one. You're supposed to be knifed by a specific person, Justin said. Penis up's loud bike, 21 more times, itchy, and time to itchy bumhole. Loud bike, everything missing, Justin said at 2:30 AM outside. Burning occurs at times, and it's hard to breathe because I'm struggling to breathe. Dog barks, hell, just going. Then there's been a load of fart smells, whistles, bow whistles, molested Sadie. Should be in jail, said. Sick, said. Lethal injection, said. Bonus a motorbike. Daddy just said. Burning in chest and face. Problems gets really bad at 4:43 AM. And obviously there's a load of other problems throughout that. This is just stated in brief because I'm trying to sort of chill out and go to bed. So that's the first 2 pages, and obviously you got yesterday evening as well. Right, so at 4:50 AM, motorbike, this is outside, these are not inside, you're being knifed, sick cunt. And then at 5:55 AM, penis shoots up, the same again, bit of burning obviously. Time to sect excited, penis 9 times, loud bike 4 times again. Bonus a motorbike 6 times. Stab him, Justin, going, shouted outside. Or said in a term way, you're dead, Sven, Justin said, which is not my name. My name is Justin, but mistaken as that person. Like going out, black, grey, sexual, orange car, bonus a motorbike. Penis up, motorbike, 800 cars, 90%, train to over head van, circle at me, knife shaped buggy at me, bonus a bike, hang on, check to make sure it's him, said, they're called bonus a motorbike, shot dead, child abuser, said, started car, drains it over, bonus a motorbike. And then obviously we've gone to the last sheet. 7 sneezes at me in the town, which is not too bad considering. Penis up to a loud bike about 25 times, but this is in a period of about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So that's not bad for that time period. Penis up, so 8 times loud bike. Same again to time to sexually excited impulses in the penis, shooting up. You know, they're really digging into the fucking penis with a bike. Other, like, asleep. I didn't expect to fall asleep actually, only slept for a little bit. 10 minutes, something like that. And then time as I wake up, time to my penis shooting up in a sexually excited way. 9 times loud bike timed. And then obviously same again, and again. Same again with molested Sadie, life's lost rev. Without the threat or the rev. Same again, and same again. Right, I had a little bit bored this afternoon, so I decided I'm going to Kingdom Hall. Initially there's 7 sneezes. Actually I mentioned this earlier, hang on. get to the proper part. Yeah, some more bikes to a stretch. And bonus of motorbike 6 more times. He's dead, that Justin P5's vendor. Boner bike. Having a break in, everything's gone. Right, sir. Started car, black Sector grey. Bonus motorbike, F-Cuff van. Bonus motorbike. 30 more times roughly. Shot dead, middle of February, child rapist just said. Going out, Tesco lorry, grey, blue, and drain cover it over. Right, so we're not doing too clever at the moment, so a photo's been taken of me by a bearded chap, and he said dead meat, no, he said Sven dead meat, but the problem is that's not my name, and he's mistaken me as Sven and saying that I'm going to be shot dead. Right, dark mixed with red van, black and blue cars, 300 more cars, about 80% to suggestion. Right, so last night I got completely messed up. I drank a hell of a lot and smoked about 25 fags, so the fags are coming to an end and the drinking's got to be cut down because obviously I was very naughty last night. I think the idea of last night is just because it's Saturday and I felt like I wanted more than usual. Right, so I got out, we had the loud bike issue, so black, red, black and blue, black, red, drained it, started cars, Michael Jackson, Feel It music, and I went out because of the burning problem, but God wants me into the burning problem, so I'll rip him to fucking pieces if I fucking see him in this live little bastard. Right, so a load of black and blues, red knife-shaped creatures, there's no one left. Obviously they're packing the traffic and it's causing trouble, but you know it has to be done in this way because the creator is corrupt. Whole load of colliding. Yeah, one of the drivers got upset because of the colliding, but it's not my fault, is it, that the government or the creator god needs to fucking buckle everyone's movement to control and cause it to be fucking havoc with as much action as they can fucking stack and pack in my fucking way to fucking cause shit. It shouldn't even be like this on a Sunday either. But you know the creator's corrupt. I told you this earlier. The creator god is fucking bent, fucking buckled. I don't know the reason, but God wants me to go home. God is forcing me to go home. God's fucking controlling my movement because the bastard's crooked. The cunt's fallen. That's the problem. The creator's absolutely fucking twisted. The bastard wants me to go home. But why? What's the reason God wants me to go home? And why now? I mean, I need exercise. I haven't been out because obviously I've got a hangover, a kind of hangover. But God wants me home. When the burning starts, but God wants me home. But why? Why to burn? Why does God want me to burn? Why does God want someone to sneeze directly in my face? Well, why does it need to happen? Why does God need to do this? Why is the creator doing it? Why does the creator God need to tell me that I need to be sneezed in the face? Where's the intelligence of a fucking creator God? Stupid cunt. Right, next problem. There's only sex on the phone. Someone on the phone talking about sex. Why does God want me to hear about sex? Why? What's the fucking reason? I masturbate. I don't get sex. Sex has been forbidden from me from having all my life. So why does God want to tell me about sex? I have to masturbate. I can't have sex. God doesn't allow that. God's telling me I'm that grey-white. God's buckled. So why does God need to time someone that looks like someone that sexually abused me as a child to be timed to when my willy goes up? And why does a crow go ha 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 afterwards? Why does that need to happen, Christ? Why do you need to go ha 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 about it? What's funny about it? Right, so at the farm gate, they had to time a catalytic converter because they won't tell me, and I'm like, there we are, gas, Christ, there's gas. There's a catalytic converter, alright, Christ? A catalytic converter at a catalytic converter hot point, Christ. That's very intellectual, Christ. That's very good, yeah. It's funny, Christ. Yeah, sorry I was losing my temper and saying this and saying that earlier. When I say I'll do this to an animal or whatever. I don't mean I'm just in a bad mood, just pissed off with all these sort of setups. Because I'm feeling a bit shit today. I think it's because I smoked about 25 fags last night.
On top of the drinking I had, spirits, so obviously I need to cut down on this. It's got to be done now. I can't do it any longer. I'm just drinking way too much, so it's going to take a couple of weeks at least before I go back to the beer, because obviously that beer's not going to touch me because of how much vodka I've had lately, and obviously it's going to be a long process. So I have just had the neighbour phone me up, neighbour. I told him I just went out for a walk, which basically, as he phoned, is when I left really. And obviously, because I got no, how do I put it? My phone needs charging basically, so I've only got one cell, so I've got to keep that the phone off most of the day. I mean, you know, so if need be, I sort of just, you know, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, because just have to play it careful and just hope for the best that it doesn't go flat before I get back. I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to be out, because obviously I am feeling quite bad, and the burning problem also occurred bad just before I left, so just a bit you know, I just don't feel 100% today. Hard to explain, it's like a dizzy sort of feeling. I think it's due to the smoking, so I've run out of fags. I had the last fag a few minutes ago, so I'll probably end that on that. Right, so they've timed a Sally lookalike to, well, you could say I know this person, but it's associated with the Dandos. They know that side of the family, but because she doesn't know me or whatever, but I have nothing to do with her. She has nothing to do with me. So, but it's worth mentioning that the timing lookalikes to Sally in my direction. They did that earlier on. I forgot to mention that. But why are they timing lookalikes to her in my direction? Because unless there's a replacement of something or rather, if you want to work on sexuality. Right, I've accidentally deleted a recording in this, but it's where I was mistaken as Saban in the shop and a paedophile threat, and a couple of photographs taken of me where the Creator God needs to do this because the Creator God's cruel. I can't remember what else happened. You had a couple of bikes to erections, motorbikes to erections, black and blue, red, white and red knife shaped, but I don't know what recording I deleted off, so and there's one of the earlier ones, so it's around about that time, so whatever's happened, it's been deleted. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not being nasty or nothing like that, but it'd be helpful if I could breathe without little flies being inhaled or whatever. And also it started raining, so I can't guarantee the weather's going to hold me out for the next 5 hours doing nothing. I've known that to happen before, and I've just done all the washing. So I just had a bath, done the washing, and going out. Right, so I'm able to get a say that because I'll just mention the one thing. I'll mention the other bit later. So it started raining. Right, this is a joke, this is. Well, what do I do? Right, the purple sexy car, right, that occurred. Let's get it. It started raining, so I know they predicted rain, but I can't say much else. There's people about. So there's something else I was going to mention. I just let the lady go past a minute, the old lady, so if I can say. Every time we get overcast weather or rainy weather, I've noticed that they step up all this action against me, and that's exactly what they're doing today. And the reason they do they do this is because either the Creator God or the government or the elite don't want me taking pictures on a cloudy day, on the cloudy day types of pictures I like taking. If it requires a cloudy day, I've noticed they step up the action when it's like that, so I don't know why, but this is why it's been hectic and why it's been as busy as a weekend rush or rush hour on a Sunday afternoon. Well, there hasn't been many vehicles, but there has been a lot of people. I guess a lot of people want to get out because of cloudy, rainy weather, because nearly 365 days a year it's sunny. Right, so I've been a little bastard with the setups. Obviously they've been packing people in my direction, but unfortunately there's 2 people that were in my direction that were rough people. Right, so next problem's at the roundabout. Loads of fucking black and blue white. Lots of red angled at me. Red to stop me doing it in a controlled way to stop me crossing the roundabout. So they're causing the traffic to be one after the other to stop me crossing. They've been hitting my fucking penis about with a loud bike, tying to every erection. What happens after that? So I walk down the next section. They tie my lookalike to someone who sexually abused me as a child, tying to an erection, and take into account whenever something else is being caused, the loud bike is fixed to my penis like a pulley, regardless of what other setup they enforce or cause to that erection. And it's at every erection. There's never a miss. The loud bike is fixed 365 days a year. No matter what time of the day or night it is, it's like they got your fucking penis controlled. Nothing I can do about it. Every erection. Right, so obviously they timed to look like someone who sexually abused me as a child. And then obviously there was an always on time van that was timed. Right, after that, I mean, this is a bit of good news as far as friends or other people go, because a bit after that, after going through the next stage with not too many setups for that 3-minute period, just people, you had a Pete van. Oh, what's the t-shirt? I can't remember if it's Lucky Day or something like that, followed by Future van, just says Future on the side of it, and Beck's van, B-E-C-K-S. Saw those vehicles last time I come up here. It's sort of quite rare vehicles, in fact, but it's Sunday probably, I don't know what's caused it, but so that wasn't too bad. It wasn't making much of a suggestion for me, but it started raining. Yeah, they're pissing about with the weather system, you see. It's been mostly cloudy. I can't argue with that. It has been a cloudy day, but there still has been sunshine, because obviously the government wants to cause it to be sunny 365 days around me, or want to tell me that you're being cursed sexually with the sun, but they want to cheer about it and joke about it and laugh. Obviously I don't find it funny not being 365 days a year. There's many photos that I wanted to take on cloudy days and I've not been able to do it because of the weather's problem, including on holiday when I was at my mum's. Every single day was blue skies and sunshine in the 2-week holiday when I was staying at my mum's. There's just a couple of cloudy spells at times when I was taking a picture of a couple of signposts in the area where my mum lives using public transport. Otherwise it's been blue skies and sunny. There wasn't a single cloud cover at all during the actual holiday itself. No cloud whatsoever, not a single bit of cloud, just blue skies right through. Obviously I'm going to have to go under this tree a minute because I need to mention the next load of setups. Right, so these rainstorms are turning into torrential rainstorms, unfortunately. They're pissing about with that stupid sky pattern to cause either torrential rain or blue skies and sunshine. So right, on that road up there, they timed an orange gun-shaped American looking car, but obviously I'm under the tree at the moment to keep it dry. I don't know what the weather forecast is, but if I remember when I looked a few days ago, Sunday was just going to be dull with maybe drizzle at times, but they didn't predict torrential rain. Right, so they've broken the record for this specific road when I cross. So you've had about 70 cars in the process of walking from back there to where I am now. That's a white sex car down in Straight or Create God. Yes, it's very sexual, Christ. But you know, you can't do nothing about it. The Creator God just absolutely wants to tear people to pieces and rip them apart, take the piss out of people. So I made it here, and I got to phone out the staff. Well, I can I? Because the battery consumption. I might just have to do that. I might have to. I mean, I need to save it really, because I need to know what the time is, you know, for later on, until I get back. Yeah. So, yeah. Give me. Let you know what else happens. Right, this is interesting. I just seen a Lauren lookalike. Well, obviously she's got a ring on her finger. She's got someone. But she did give like a smile as she passed me. But this person's a bit younger than what Lauren would be today. Almost identical looking, but younger. Obviously she's got smooth skin, but not as smooth as Lauren. Now Lauren is a person that works in Tesco's and Highbridge, or used to. So she looked like she's in her high 20s maybe. But obviously she's got a boyfriend called Michael. She got a boyfriend called Mike. And obviously she's got 2 ginger-haired children, 2 boys. And obviously she hates me today because of the Sven business. And when I was in Tesco's, people were coming up to me or causing her to move away from me or whatever. And before long, even in the earliest times that she knew me, but eventually she just started to avoid me and stuff like that. But the very first 2 or 3 times or whatever it was, when I first walked there, she saw my CD and was asking anyone for her friendship. And she said she was saying she was applying that she's going to fuck me. She knows what I want, and you know, sort of edged me on. But at the times it occurred when in uncomfortable situations when people were about, and when I was getting threats. But eventually, before long or whatever, she turned against me, and no such thing ever happened. But they designed a specific picture, a painting. It's not the fact that it's just a painting, it's the fact that it's been made big. So I'll just go through this quickly, because obviously you know about this in other videos and I don't want to keep on repeating the same bloody thing all the time. Anyway, on this painting it's got a picture of her match lookalike, with her legs behind the clouds, with her body posing in a sexy way, in a sexual wanting sex way, and pushing her hand down to push out the sunshine that's cursing this chap walking down the path. And then obviously the rest of the picture's all cloudy and rainy or whatever. So that's your basis of the painting. Saw it in 2015-16 area, didn't take much of it. Saw it again at Yandles in Martok. But I didn't buy it or take a picture of it. I thought, at the time I just thought, oh, I've seen that before. And then I realised there was more detail on the picture, and then I thought I've got to go back and get a picture, and it's too late because I need to get the last bus home. A few days later I went back there to get the picture or take a picture of the evidence, and I couldn't get the pictures, so I got the information of the lady, of the person that done the picture, the artist, because it would be on the postcard. Unfortunately I lost that piece of paper, and then obviously it just got busy and I just couldn't get on the bus because it was just too packed all the time. So eventually I gave up on the issue and went back 3 months later and tried again when we came into more quieter months on the bus service. However, it's not been that quiet right through. I can't even get on that bus anymore, believe it or not. That's why I never go to Martok. It's just the bus is always packed. There's never been a time where I've known there to be a free seat on that bus. So and sometimes there's standers as well. But anyway, when I went back again, they were treating me as if I was Sven when I'm not, and didn't give me the information. Same lady just said, I don't know why you're asking me, and I just had that attitude, and they just treating me as a sick piece of shit. In the end, I gave up. But anyway, like I said, it's taken me 3 minutes to mention that, so let me just go to the basis of what I just seen and what I want to tell you now, because they're timing this Lauren lookalike on cloudy days, and I find that very interesting, because that's twisted to the painting. So the painting is making a suggestion: if you've got the sun out on you and you're being cursed with the sunshine 24/7, it's cloudy for everybody else or whatever, then the sun is going to curse you, getting you a sex partner and sex of a sexy female in her early 20s, of the resemblance of the suggestion being made on that specific painting. Well, I've noticed, and I've noticed on other cloudy days, recently, not too recently, but it's only occurring on cloudy days, that they're timing lookalikes to this Lauren. Sometimes they're more uglier looking, sometimes younger and uglier looking, but actual identical match lookalikes, I've not actually come across anyone identical looking, and also no one with the same smooth skin type either. I've seen lookalikes with smooth skin, but not the type of sort of smooth skin she had, because she's sort of one of those really sexy model types, if that's the right word to use. I don't know if they use that term today, but that's the term that I'm familiar with. So yeah, it looked like that. Right, so when she passed me, she did actually smile at me, but the thing is, you knew she had someone because she had a ring on her finger, but it's more of a polite smile rather than a sexual smile. So you know, it's I don't know what they're up to, but that's what's occurred. I wanted to go in this direction, but the rain has stopped me. Everywhere's drenched. If I go through there, my trousers get completely soaked, so I've got to face the road, and the setups are on the road, whatever that's going to be. Right, so you had a RA van, spelled R-A-A, a Raging Bull van, red car, dark red car, grey car, and something else happened before that. I can't remember what it was. Right, so it stopped raining for a minute, but as you expect, it's gone into sunshine. So and then obviously I had a grey car on the road where you can have 45 minutes or an hour without a car usually. Always controlled around me, you know, it's always been like that. There's nothing you can do about it. It is controlled, because most days or whatever, when I walk this field, there's no cars in the time period I'm on this field ever. It's always timed when I reach that road, or when I'm on that section of the road. There's never a car at any other time, or it's very rare if there is. Well, I've been pushed to the road because obviously there's people coming from behind, and I've also got to redo a documentary. It's I was mentioning that I've never been, apart from a Britney Spears identical lookalike, while going out for a day trip with my father when my brother visited around 15 years ago. I can't remember the name of the place, but you had a Britney Spears lookalike who was a bit younger than me, but very sexy looking. She smiled at me and she gave that sort of hint that she fancied me and sort of wanted to cheer me up, sort of thing. That's good, but the problem is she was in a sexual relationship, so that couldn't take place. Take that one person away, I've never been liked by a blonde person in my whole life. I've never been fancied by a blonde person in my whole life. Obviously I've gone to shops where they have to be polite or whatever, and they're going to time a fucking vehicle on the cash. Oh, they're going to do it, because they're sneaky. So I come off the dead end road, and now they've got a car, and now that car's going down the dead end that I was just coming out of. That's how clever they are. And this grey car, because everyone tell me you're grey, you're that grey, you're not supposed to go with a sexual woman, it's supposed to be grey hair, grey. They're fucking small-minded, these bastards. These fuckers that are setting this stupid action up. There we are, the road suddenly gets busy. It's all the time. It's controlled, God. It's fucking controlled, pal. You're just absolutely fucking nasty, God. Yeah, it's controlled. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's controlled. It's fucking controlled. Anyway, as I was saying, when it comes to blonde people, whether it's been a girl when I was a boy, or whether it's been a woman when I've been a man, or whatever, I've never been liked apart from that one incident going back 15 years ago that looks like Britney Spears. And she did actually look identical to Britney Spears, literally. It wasn't, I knew it wasn't, but she looked at me and she looked like she fancied me, and she gave that strong and trying to sort of edge me on in some ways. But that's it, when it comes to, out of all blondes, out of everybody, that's it. There might be some lighter hair blondes, or fairer, sort of greyer, sort of whitish. I wouldn't say old, not grey as in white like old people, but you know, that sort of fairer, that's the word I'm looking for, where I've been liked. So, but again, there's not many on that either. 2 or 3 maximum in my whole life. I have, however, been liked by the dark-haired ladies. It's like the smooth skin, like the New Age witch type people, but not the sort of people. I'm not liked by those dark black hair ladies that have the gothic clothing or wear these leather jackets or whatever. I'm not liked by that type. When I'm referring to like the dark hair, I'm talking about the sort of the people that are very smiley or have a laughing looking face or smile or sort of pose in a sexual way, like that sort. It's hard to describe. And they sort of usually have hair sometimes just down to their shoulders or just above, just at the bottom of their hair, and it's like in a rounded, combed down sort of pattern. I'm liked by that type, but the last 15 years, even that type I'm not really that liked by as it stands today. You also got the other dark hair type, usually slightly longer in the face, slim build usually, and sometimes they have like a strand of hair that is tied on one side of their head and then on the other side at the front of their face. I've been liked by a couple of those types, but not many. But if you go back 15 years ago though, it is more frequent. And then you've got this, obviously, this Lauren that works in Tesco's that I mentioned. It appears that type like me, which comes to a bit of a surprise, to be fair. You know, as I mentioned, obviously today it'd be too late because she's a single mother in a relationship, and it seems that these people, as soon as they become pregnant, they end up looking like munters. And the majority of people out there are fat build, so they're like a few extra pounds when they reach the age of 30 or over, and they develop that negative looking appearance I don't take to, and that's most people. And that's why the government would create a good one, and Naomi is sick with all these setups. But they're doing it nastily because they want me to fancy a granny on the Zimmer frame. They're telling me that I should be fancying someone that looks like they have disease all over their face or rashes all across their chest. They're telling you you're a sick bastard if you don't fancy that, and they're getting nasty about it, and nastier, the government with these setups to apply that. But that's the way they want to work it, unfortunately, because obviously they're Satanists, they're corrupt. So apart from well, what I just mentioned, there isn't really, not what I can think of at this minute in time. There might have been one or two others, but that's all I'm liked by, that type. Yeah. When it comes to the Britney Spears lookalike that I saw 15 years ago, although she smiled at me and tried edging me on, like, I mean, that's probably one of the only people that's ever really done that. A couple of dark-haired females may have done that, but the problem is she had a ring on her finger and she was in a sexual relationship with a man. And now I'm approaching the road, and I've got to time a catalytic converter, and there hasn't been a single car on that road until I reach that road now. They're doing it on purpose because they're spiteful bastards. Anyway, I'm going to go back the other way, try and fuck the fucking setups up a minute to stop them doing it. It never works, but you know, they got me controlled by my ankles. Is that out of the blonde people? That's out of all blonde people. That's the nearest type that like me. I don't know what it'd be like if I saw Britney Spears lookalike today, because I haven't seen a Britney Spears lookalike. But there are also close borders that can resemble other people's faces as well. But when I'm referring to this, I'm referring to quite literally an identical lookalike to Britney Spears. This person would have been about 10 years younger than me at the time that she saw me, or just under 10 years. There's only a glimpse, and I was a bit surprised at the look that she gave. Apart from that, it's mostly been the people that sort of smiled at me, but again, they've been in sexual relationships, even though they smiled at me or whatever, or even made that sort of your sexy pose. It's very similar to Amy Weston's mother look. So Heather Weston, that type. But however, how she would have looked when she was a lot younger. And because she sort of developed a negative or serious look in her face, I'd have to say it'd be more like how she would have looked in her 20s. Because obviously appearances change as they get older. Or, in some ways, Alison Mayer, who's known as DJ Fallout. You could say I'm liked by that type as well, but not how she looked when she was in her 20s, but how she looks today, or in the last 20 years. So, but take that away, you'd be struggling to find anyone that sort of likes you of a sexual appearance. But I'm hated by the negative types as well, and the basic lookers. I've actually been liked more by half good looking people than these serious negative types, or these rough skin types or whatever, because I've not actually been liked by anybody like that, believe it or not. I don't actually recall ever being liked by the negative type, which doesn't bother me because they're negative looking anyway. But you know, it's worth mentioning. And also the basic, or the type that you just about, or just at the borderline of being able to fancy. I've not even been liked by them, so that doesn't bother me though, because you know, they're not sexual types and not people I can fancy. But you know, even the Lisa Pike lookalike, apart from Lisa Pike, because I knew her at school, I'm hated by everybody that looks like her, if I was to go out in the street or go anywhere. So you know, it doesn't bother me. I mean, the only thing that really concerns me is if I get someone, I love that person, but I got everybody else except friends and family or whatever, or good mates. Anyway, I'll leave it there because I don't want to go on about the same subject all day long, because I'll probably start heading back soon if I can, that is, because depends how wet it is. I might give it time to dry up, or at least be some form of dryish, so that I don't get drenched walking back, because there's only one way to go back, and it means getting wet. If I can give it a couple of hours to dry up a little bit, that'd be perfect. I mean, it's not even supposed to be raining, it's supposed to be dry until tomorrow, I think it is, and then you've got like patchy rain with sunshine tomorrow. But then again, the forecast changes, so most of my penis shoots up's a bike only. Right, so after that, they kind of look like someone who sexually abused me as a child to the same erection, with someone in a car coming my way. After that, you had a black and blue tied on the roundabout head, twisted razor wire sort of looking picture, which is right across the whole of the van, also timed, dark red cars, and grey and white. Right, what's just happened there, you've basically hit record-breaking amounts near enough. You're not far off record-breaking amount of vehicles that have been timed at this fucking roundabout. It's also taken me a few minutes to cross the fucking road. Right, so in the midst of all this shit, you had grey, white, red, orange, white, N van, white, red, loads of black and blue, orange, grey, about 110 more vehicles, RT Keedwell, Mercked, MRCT lorry, Jest, I think it said Fighter on the side of the van, I can't remember, Fighter or a word that's similar, and a load of other fucking setups, can't remember what it is. I've been struggling to write it down. And 2 motorbikes to erections. Right, so I'm going down into the next section. That's a yellowy orange car. So it doesn't usually occur like this on a Sunday. But it is this Sunday. It's a lot busier than it usually is for a Sunday. But like I said earlier, it's because it's probably cloudy or raining. But, like I said, it looks like they're twisting the weather pattern. Because obviously you've got this painting that I mentioned. And when it comes to this Lauren lookalike or making a suggestion of a sexual partner, they're doing it on a cloudy day. But on a cloudy day, they're stepping up all the action. Where on a sunny day, there never seems to be any sex or anything like that. In actual fact, there's been no sex in my whole life, so, you know, and I'm 43, coming up 44 as well. They're stopping me. They got all this force around me to stop me getting anyone. And they're just taking the piss out of me. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you what's happening in a minute. There's a loud bike in the distance, but what I couldn't mention about a minute and a half ago is because I didn't want to talk why that person was passing me, but basically as a lookalike someone who sexually abused me as a child tying to an erection. Well, I've made it off the this section of the road and managed this part with 9 cars, which is roughly the record breaking amount for a month ago and before, for all the parts of last year when I started walking this road, because I didn't start walking this specific part of the road until July 2024. I've never been up there. The maximum I would have ever gone was a graveyard at Barrack. Right, so there's been a Tesco van and a row of about 10 bikes after that. Right, so I've been sitting here less than 5 minutes and there's been about 70-80 cars on that road. And what's that? Pruvia, I think it says. Whatever the fuck that means. There's something else I want to mention. If I go to a religious place, like anywhere it's Christianity or Jehovah's Witnesses, for example, any of those 2 organisations, there's always problems the next day, or there's always setups, or there's always something that happens, or something negative that occurs. And no matter what it is, every time you go to a religious place of the Yahweh God, or Jah God, or whatever, so there's always a problem. There's always a whole load of problems that occur. Curses, like dropping something, a bottle breaking, something happening, something happens to your body, or, you know, just all this sort of thing always happens when you go to a place that's connected to Christianity or the Jehovah's Witnesses, or anything to do with the Jah, Jehovah, Yahweh, Creator God, of that specific nature of who they name God as when it comes to that. I've also got some police sirens. The time's going very slow this evening, so I'm not quite sure what to do, whether I should go back now or hold it out. I don't know what the weather's doing, you see. Yeah, there was a couple of people about 3 minutes ago Just saying that he's having a break and he's a sad paedophile, he's a sick cunt, he won't fancy a middle-aged lady and stuff like that, basically. Right, so you've had the purple sexy car, and then there's a granny about 80 years of age with a purple top on, which is coming this way now. Just to confirm that walking direction, so you hear the footsteps. Right, so there's just been a police siren, as to say, paedophile Justin. Done in that sort of way. It could be where it's going through houses or passing on the road. It's causing that symbolical suggestion to occur coincidentally, but anyway, worth mentioning. I couldn't make out what he said there. You're being nice to your fucking child molester, something like that. But, and that type of motorbike is tying to my penis shooting up. For those that have just heard that recording, play it back, tell me what you think. A few seconds. Right, so we've got an orange mixed with white helicopter again. Right, so they're trying another lookalike to someone who sexually abused me as a child, tying to an erection. That seems to be a very common state, doesn't it? Right, and the next thing is two rough people walk past, giving me a load of shit, thinking I'm Savannah, saying I'm being fucking burgled and having my fucking head fucking smashed in. So we got that problem as well. I'm not very fucking happy about this at all. That bloke who started on me on that bike, yeah, has just come down this fucking path on his motorbike, shouting his fucking head off at me. With whatever he fucking was saying like just now, 10 minutes ago, little bastard. And he trying to run me off while I was fucking going up on the fucking edge into the field while he passed. And as he passed, he just started shouting his fucking head off at me. Getting nasty, saying he's gonna fucking smash me to fucking pieces and calling me a fucking rapist and child molester. And also that bastard thinks I'm Savannah. Paedophile Justin, said by someone who appears to be in the field walking. You know, I mentioned earlier on you had the saw that Lauren lookalike that sort of smiled in a sort of friendly way, not a sexual way, sort of as if to say, alright, well, she is in a relationship because she's passed me again. I don't know where she went to get in this direction though. This time she was on her phone talking to her boyfriend or someone. I think it might have been her boyfriend because of the sort of information content she was talking about, but this time her pose is a bit different. She gave a bit of an evil eye. It wasn't a nasty evil eye, but it's oh, you want to look out, you know, sort of eye that she was doing as she was on her phone, as she's looking to see you. And also I got a bit of a wet foot going into the side. I'm going to get wet feet anyway, but I had to let her past. Right, so I'm about to approach the catalytic converter hot point. And yes, every road now they've done this. They're tying the car. And they're packing it with people as well. Luckily they're not going down that road. There's a lot of people out today, I tell you that. Something else I want to mention, it is absolutely packed for people today. In total I've probably seen somewhere between 100 and 130 people. Mostly families with their children, dog walkers. Actually, it might be record breaking for the amount of people that have occurred on this route or on the Barrack walks since I started doing them properly, taking this route since was it September 2022, something like that. Yeah, it might be record breaking. Well, I've just seen that Gemma Ferguson lookalike on the path, the one that's younger than Gemma. Whoever this person is, she just sort of gave just a stern look, I guess, when she passed. She was on her phone. Let me just give you the history of that specific person. The first 2 times I saw her, she went and smiled at me as she passed. And then sort of said alright, and I said alright. After that, that's where things turned, because she thought I was surveying, because they popped up in a conversation in a crowd or family or whatever it is she was with. And now obviously that then turned into remarks and telling me I'm a sick bastard or whatever when she passed. And eventually, when she passed, she just gives evil look or says nothing or makes a remark as she passes. No remarks today, but I heard a bit of the conversation on the phone, so it looks like she's moving, so there won't be any of that when I come up here on this route walk. But at the same time, it can work against you, because if she was a single person, for example, and she was nice, and she did like me, like the initial first 3 times or whatever, then that's bad news in that sense, but it's not going to make any difference as it stands now. Right, so animals are just saying you're being shot dead, being broken into, saying no one left, and stuff like you're being beat up or your liver's gone or you're being sexually abused in your next life. All that crap. And on the road below, it doesn't seem to be of any suggestion at the moment. Orange, yellow, black, white, mixed fruit and veg. That's the name of a lorry. Black and red car. At the moment, that is. And when we get to the other side, possibly when I reach the road, they'll probably become more constructed. Right, someone's playing a jungle track. And it's Valley of the Shadows, origin unknown. I don't have to bet, you might have got the bass on the recording, but it's very distant. It's unlikely. We'll play it again. The person in the car's drove off, maybe. Who's playing it, but that is definitely origin unknown, Valley of the Shadows. Ram Records. Not one of my favourites. It's a basic track, it's a track you could listen to in a bar or something, but it's not one I put down as like a track that I like as such. It's okay, it's, but it's not. It's, my stuff's slightly different, that's the thing. Right, so, yellow sexual car, 1 light hour ambulance, bonus a motorbike, lots of black and blue, grey sexual, white, etc. Right, police siren asked to say you molested Sadie Dando, but the problem is I haven't. Also walking back, a couple of started cars.